Good morning, my name is Steve Pugh, and recently I've been asked to do a full walkthrough of the Roadmap MBA, the content on the website, to go through the textbook, although obviously you'll see it in PDF form onto the screen. It's the easiest way for me to show you kind of what's involved, and if you've got any questions at any point, please just don't hesitate to get in touch. So in terms of the main website, what you will see at the start, I've tried to keep this super simple, everything in theory on one page, but if we go to the very top, for most people, you would then come to login, which I will do. Obviously, I already have an account signed up, so I'll go to login. My details pop up, then I'll click. Then what this should do, yes, is take me back to my main page. Because I've actually signed up, I've got my photo there, and that should stay every time I log in. And likewise, once you've actually signed up and joined the course, that should stay logged in all the time. So that then when you come to roadmapmba.com, you come to the first screen. And then in terms of getting started on the course, there are 3 different ways you can do this. 1, you can go to the menu and click on Get Started. 2, you can actually just click on Login, and that should work. Or 3, throughout the course, you'll see at the bottom, it's basically this. This is the menu system which runs through every page on the course. So for this one, actually, I'm going to go right back to the start to click on Get Started, but you can do whatever works for you. So there we go, I click through. So then this is now the main format and layout that you will see when you log in on the website to actually start the online section of the course. What I'm going to do is talk you through. So what you have on the left, this is the menu. So from here, and this is exactly the same links that are on the main page that you come to, you can in theory jump to exactly anywhere on the course. That's absolutely fine. And the idea is that you can get to where exactly you want to be as quick as possible. So this stays standard all the way through, so hopefully it's nice and simple for you to use. Okay, at the top of each page, you have the section that we're in. So in this case, it's still getting started. It's before we've really kind of jumped in. And this is just to explain how the course works, what you need, and kind of where you're at. You will see the colored ribbons, and basically these align with the rest of the course and also the course textbook, so that it's all color coordinated as you go through the course. And then likewise, if you access the website on mobile, what you can do is actually click on those tabs at any point and it takes you back to the main course menu. So the other thing to note is in the top right hand corner there's a percentage complete. One of the things I was very keen to do, especially if there's some sizable content there, is to show progress as you go through. So this counts up as you go through the course, which obviously kind of makes sense, but it's an extra thing for you to keep track of where you're at. In terms of what you need the textbook, which obviously we send out in the post, a pen and a notebook to make notes, and then likewise, if you have any problem, we've got all of the mechanisms set up for support and questions and feedback, etc. Then what you will start to see, and this is just on the first page, is the heading for where, the title that you're looking at, which textbook pages this relates to, a video which you can click on, and then actually some of the content which is an abridged version of what's in the textbook. I'm actually going to go to the next page to better show you what a standard page looks like, because the first one it has all of the extra information on. So you'll see that the percentage complete has gone up to 2% to give you a feel for the course. And again, I've tried to put little notes throughout, so anything in italics is almost an aside note to help kind of guide you forward. Then in terms of this one, this page is aimed at anyone that wants to start a business and things to consider. So what you'll see in the text is the 27 questions for things to consider if you want to do that. But then likewise, should you wish, and I would almost recommend this, sorry, I'll just mute myself, is actually for every page in the textbook, you have a video to talk you through the concepts. You'll see the whiteboard in the background, and I basically walk you through every concept in the book to basically help aid your understanding. But as you'll also see on the video there where it says questions at roadmapmba.com, the real USP for the course is encouraging you to reach out and actually ask, how can I apply these questions to me in my environment? Then as we jump into module 1, you'll see we've jumped to 3% complete, and what you'll also see as we click through is the video to go with each section, etc. And then likewise at the footer of every page, you'll also see a link for the next live Q&A session. So what you can do if you follow our social media channels, you'll probably get the link as well, but you can also click on this at any point. And in this case, it takes you to the YouTube live stream. But actually, you can follow it on Twitter or wherever you wish. And then I also record all of the live streams as well. So they go back onto YouTube. And actually, even if you decide to catch up on a previous, actually, I will show you. So if you decide to catch up on a previous live Q&A, what you will also see is, I'm trying to see how you will see it. I'll pause that. I'll go to the channel. I'll pause Aaron. Okay, so say here. So this was the live Q&A from last week. So it's February the 18th. And then what you also have is I chapter them up. So there's all the time codes to the different sections. So what we do is that every Q&A we will link back to. And then what I'm also going to start to do on background to do with different module walkthroughs and stuff is save them actually themselves in the right place to help guide it. So back on the website then, I will click through because at the end of each module, you actually have a quiz. And this is to do with the CPD certification to help aid understanding. So actually, I believe that the first quiz is actually at the end of the second module. So I'm just going to click through. But you'll see that all of the pages are exactly the same. It's to try and make it super simple for you to navigate. And you'll see that we're now up to 11%. And actually the colors start to change in terms of the tabs to link to the textbook, and we go all the way through. I'm just going to skip forward straight to the quiz just to give you a feel. There we go. So here it's the module quiz, the end of module 2, 14% complete. And then what we have is a series of easy multiple choice questions which relate to the content which we've talked about. And the idea here, it's not that you get judged on it, but just to help make sure that you understand the concepts and things that we've done. And then as you go through the course, I'll skip here to module 4, you'll see the colours change to align with the textbook, which in this case is textbook page 46. And then likewise, as we go through the whole course, into module 10, for instance, 55%. And here again, all of the main content has videos to go with it. And again, some of the concepts are harder to explain in written text than they are in video. And people, again, like to learn in different ways. So I try and cover all of these different things. And then linking to the end, there are also some one-page worksheets, which I'll go through. And then actually right at the end of the course, we go through how to plan for an exit. Obviously, if you've gone through and grown your business, a lot of people would want to cash out at some point. And then likewise, how to maximize the value of your business, which is at 100%. So that's arguably where we've kind of finished the course. Here it says end of course. And then actually one of the things that really helps me understand and improve is basically end of course feedback. And this is where you can answer hopefully a bit more about yourself. What did you find? What was good? What was bad, etc. Because I genuinely do want to continue to get better. But then likewise, at any point throughout the course, you can actually give feedback to feedback@roadmapmba.com. So that's a quick overview of the website. What I will do is now give you a quick overview of the textbook. And then obviously this isn't printed physical form. The physical textbook is recycled paper. It's a really nice thing and it comes in a nice pack. And then likewise, as I learn and improve about what people like, what people don't like, what they understand, etc., it will continue to get better as well. Anyone that decides to purchase the course, as well as the 12 months of support to ask questions and live Q&As and stuff, whenever I do an update to the materials, etc., I will send you out a free new pack as well, just as a thank you to kind of walk you through it. So this is the front cover. As you go through to the inside page, you have contents, which again does exactly what it does. Again, a big push is trying to get people to join the online Q&A and the online video, because I think that is where a lot of the value comes from, not just in the written textbook. But then I do also know that some people just want to work on the physical things. That's why I do both. You'll see that the tabs match up with the website to keep it all nice and slick. And then likewise, again, not everyone wants to do a full course. So if you're solely interested in sales, which is what a lot of business owners are, I have actually selected, the fast track modules, if that's all you want to focus on, how to do that. So in terms of the welcome, this is all pretty standard. Getting started, the guide to do the MBA project to kind of walk you through that. One thing I will touch on is actually buy one, gift one, but I'm going to skip to the second last page to kind of better explain it. And here, the buy one, gift one concept is that I believe that business education should be accessible to everyone. As you can imagine, a hell of a lot of work goes into this, and then also to offer a year's worth of support to people, it takes a lot of time, and it does have a real cost to it. So I can't give the course away for free. But what I can do is create a guest list, and also it's the buy one, gift one concept. So if a business decides to buy, say, 5 courses to help upskill their team, for anyone that registers at guest list at roadmapmba.com, they can register for a free course. And the idea is it's to help people from all different communities, all different backgrounds, to help upskill and help them become more self-sustainable in their own business and career ambitions, especially for people that can't afford the course. And that's especially important to me just because I've been there as well. So I'm going to quickly flick through. We start with what you want to achieve, and this is all to do with actually with any course. If you don't, to be honest, if anything in life, any business, unless we actually set goals for what we want to achieve, you're kind of shooting in the dark. So both in terms of the first module, the pre-planning to really kind of understand what it is we want to do and how we solve our biggest problems. For a lot of people, again, they want to start a business. Understanding your aims, goals and ambitions for module 1 is actually, it's really important. I think for a lot of people, and if I'm brutally honest, this is probably my least favorite module, because some people will see it as being quite airy-fairy, visualization and talking about the future. And a lot of people do this kind of thing. But actually, I thought this through, and if I had the course without the ability and desire to actually set your own goals, it was missing something. It's something that I teach for everyone. So if I ever do a business turnaround, you always want to actually think, what is it we're trying to achieve, and then how do we get there? So actually, I did include it as part of the course, but again, I accept that some people won't like it. In the next module, which is module 2, this is about skills employees seek and how to show them. And this is as true for people in their careers, that basically the course is aimed at 2 people. One is business owners that want to grow a very successful business. And the other one actually is for people in their career that want to progress and do well. And the truth is, there isn't a roadmap necessarily to guide you on how to do that. So that's again what the Roadmap MBA is all about. We then go into your personal and professional brand. So this again is how one of the big things that I talk about throughout the course is the end goal for most businesses is to make money. I don't think people kind of disagree with that. But actually, through having conscious control on your personal brand, and actually how you push that out through marketing, and actually understanding all of these concepts, what they are, how they work, etc., it does make a real difference. And again, people can't hire you if they don't know who you are. We then go on to 3 modules on business strategy, everything from how you time the business launch and positioning, and how you kind of set yourself up for being successful, how to diversify and grow. And we then go into more detail on sales and strategy and competitors and exports. And again, what we're looking to do here is that for companies, but this is predominantly aimed at SME companies where you have more people have to do more things. It's to give a really good broad skill set in a lot of areas that will help you either grow your own company or learn what to do to help improve your own career performance, because you can help add more value. So then this is the 3rd module on strategy. There's a lot of stuff that we kind of go into, and this is a great slide to kind of talk about techniques and things that world-class companies do. Then we go into how we start to build your growth strategy, and you'll see that the colors work all the way through. We then go into marketing. So we've built the strategy, the foundation of the business. We then touch on actually what we want to do in terms of, telling the world to create a brand that people like, how we build a brand, where you should focus, how you should position your company, how you compare it against competitors. And all of these things are things that people don't often, it's not easy to be taught and find the stuff to actually learn to do all of this stuff. So again, we cover all of this really important stuff. Next, on the writing your first marketing strategy, again, that on itself could be a full day course. We treat it as a page within the book. Then we'll click through lots of different stuff to understand about how we communicate your values, the professional competencies. I'm really trying to build it all through. We then go on to the 6 universal principles, which again are techniques which we can use in your marketing, in your sales, in your strategy, etc., to help improve performance. Then next we have quite a few pages on sales to go through. What is it we're trying to achieve? How, when, how do we do sales prospecting? How do we pick up the phone? How do we qualify buyers? And as you can hopefully see, we do hopefully cover everything you absolutely need to know across sales and how you do it and how you build relationships in person, how you do high value technical selling, etc. And then almost through to sales closing. So actually getting to close the deal, to get people across the line. And actually what we talk about is how use all the techniques from earlier on in the course through marketing and everything else to basically maximize your ability to do that. Next, on module 13, we go into leadership and good business management. This again is 38 pages on how, if you run a business, to become more efficient and effective and get more out of your team. But likewise, how to both grow and turn around companies quickly. But then likewise, if you are working within a business, how you can actually get more from your team, and lots of different techniques and ideas that I use every day to help maximize that process. One of the big things about the Roadmap MBA is that this isn't just stuff from lots of different sources. I really did add my own flavor to this. And what I cover in module 14 is how actually I believe that you can use a lot of these techniques together to make each other better. So what I do is recap between every module and go through every technique that we used and why, for instance, the sales technique is useful in marketing and promotion and personal branding to actually help you get to your end goal. Right at the back of the textbook, we have one-page worksheets, and these are things which I use every day, and admittedly I wrote. That, for instance, this is the one-day business turnaround. That likewise, if you are trying to get a handle on a business really quickly to understand what its pain points are, these are the questions that I use. And what I'm really trying to do is add as much value as possible so that someone can pick up this course and really run with it to help make a real impact. Next, we go into the 7 steps to help grow a business. This is really useful stuff about how you do this. You have the new CEO checklist. This is if you find yourself in a leadership position, you could be a new MD or CEO, and actually, how do you, make an impact quickly? What are things that you should consider? Nobody ever teaches you this, so actually, this is something I wanted to include. How to engage your team. Then at the end, you have the optional Roadmap MBA project. What we try and do here is really help aid understanding so that people can learn the techniques from the course, but actually apply it to their own lives. Then, as I mentioned on the website, you have planning for an exit, what to consider, when to consider it, the timeline, etc. And then likewise, how we actually maximize the value of that. And the reason and the ways that we can maximize the value of your business is actually using things that we teach on the course. So I kind of make that clear all the way through. And again, for entrepreneurs or business owners, I really wanted to do the complete journey right from the start to, in theory, right at the very end to kind of talk people through it. This is just a personal message from me, a bit about myself. And if you want to get in touch, there's a link. And then likewise, I was keen to make clear that this is all printed on recyclable paper that's from sustainable forests, etc. And again, asking for feedback, because for me, this is a 10-20 year journey that, I want to make this better and make it the best business course for real people in the world. The inside back cover is the buy one gift one, which I mentioned, and then it goes to the back page. So the idea is that you will use the textbook in practice whenever you want to help you learn and improve. So if you log into roadmapmba.com and, for instance, you want to jump straight into sales, you can scroll down to the bottom, click on the video, and it'll take you straight to the sales module. You'll see the color code is blue from where we were. And then likewise, in this instance on the website, there are 8 parts within module 9. So obviously the first one is module 1. The first one is part 1 of module 9, part 1 of 8. Then as you go through and we teach the various different concepts, you'll see it's part 2, etc. All of the graphics again are clickable to blow them up full screen to help you learn. But the real thing that I do try and push on every single page, because it is the real USP of the course, is to try and encourage people to actually send in questions and really kind of take the knowledge, but use it and apply it to you. So my name is Steve. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, please send them in. I will answer them. And again, I have the live Q&A sessions. The next one is on Thursday. So please kind of tune in or send in questions in advance. If I can do anything at all to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.